All right, welcome to the webinar. We're going to be talking about Apex Elite MVP, and there's an MVP strategy and there's a Boomerang strategy, and we have a lot of different strategies. But of course, this one's focusing on the Apex Elite MVP strategy. And just to take you through the getting set up piece really quick, I'm not going to go into it a whole lot today. I just want to make sure you know where to go, and we clean the menu up to make things a little bit easier for you. If you have any ideas on things that would make the menu easier, just submit them in the help desk. And if you have any tech support issues, then right here you'll see under questions, you'll see help desk tech support, any tech support questions, any billing questions, anything like that, then click on that button, help desk tech support, right there under questions, and that's how you can get a hold of us. It's faster than the online chat, and we can also pass it off to a different member, like upgrade it to one of our lead programmers if needed, things like that. We have a lot of the solutions already done for you. I'll show you where to find that as well. But just want to make sure you know where that is located. Now, as far as getting going, of course, you got your trial membership. You got your, if you're on a trial and you go into auto bill from there. But and then so make sure you understand that it goes to auto bill after the trial, depending upon what you signed up for. What the plan was at that time. So just make sure you understand the terms of that. If you have any questions, ask, and the help desk will help you out. The next thing is just getting access to the trade room. You have access to 2 trade rooms as an elite member. You have access to the elite trade room and the Nadex trading pit. The Nadex trading pit is really only if you're trading Nadex, binaries, spreads. It's really the place to post most of those trades. The Apex Elite room, you may be trading futures, stock, Forex. We got guys trading, options, CFDs, spreads, binaries. I mean, it's really everything, but it's all traders using the Apex Elite system. Whereas this is a variety of different systems and strategies, focusing just on Nadex trading. If you have any issues accessing the Elite Trade Room, it's actually really easy. You just click right there and click on Connect to Apex. Okay? It should pop right up. And when it does pop up, you're going to make sure you leave this page. So you hit Connect. It lets you connect. It'll open up, and you'll be able to log right in. But you're going to want to leave that page because if you stay on it, if you stay on this Connect page right here after you clicked it, then it's going to refresh and kick you out over and over again. Okay? So, because it's meant to automatically, log you in there. If you're having any issues on sound or, things not showing up, can't figure something out, you're stuck on some feature in the Elite room, the easiest thing you can do is go right down here to Nadex or Apex Elite HotCom Trade Room Access Support. Now, they don't support you on anything else. This is just for the trade room itself. But if you have trade room questions, if you don't understand how it works, you can't get it to work, it's not connecting, it's not staying connected, it's disconnecting, whatever the issue may be, then there's 2 phone numbers. Call both of these numbers. If you don't get them on one, then go right to their main number. Call them on that one, okay? And they're really good about helping. Also, you can even link to them directly on the support site. And they have a bunch of stuff on here. They even have a new support room. Tells you whether or not that room's open. But you can call them, and they're great about calling you back anywhere in the world. They'll call you back. We have traders all over the world in different countries, most of the continents. Pretty much throughout the world, and so they'll help you out and get you going, okay? So if you're still having problems with that or anything, let us know, again, in the help desk. But, they're experts on HotCom. They'll hop on your computer, and they will get it fixed quickly, okay? I've had nothing but positive comments from them. The next thing is you're going to have your courses that you want to do. And again, notice how it's all in step-by-step under the Elite menu. And under the Elite menu over here, you'll see, getting started with, setting up Apex and NinjaTrader. Now, some of you already have Ninja set up. There's still some really important things you're going to go through. This will not take you long because there's some common mistakes that people make when they come on. One, they haven't upgraded their NinjaTrader in a long time. Okay? Another one is they may have come in, but they're just a Forex trader. They just trade Forex. And so they don't understand why they need a futures data feed. Well, the reason you need a futures data feed is because we use futures volume, because it's real volume on real contracts. We don't use Forex volume, because that's tick volume. It's how many times the price changed inside of that bar. And that's one of the reasons why we don't use MetaTrader 4, is because that's the number one reason we don't use it. There's some other reasons, but that's one of the big reasons we don't use MetaTrader 4 for that very purpose. It's free to set up the data feed. You go right here. We tell you exactly how to do it, all the setup steps. There's even links over here on the right. You scroll down, you'll see free futures data. It shows you the form in the video there. And you just fill out that form, submit it. It'll be active live data for 3 weeks. And you can request it before the 3 weeks is up and keep getting it every 3 weeks, and they're okay with that. Okay. So, and if you decide to ever fund an account, if you do fund an account with them, they have great margins, like $400 on ES, $4 round turns. If you use that form, go to Justin. He'll give you that really, really good commission rate, and then you'll have to keep renewing your data feed. But if you want that new data feed, need that data feed, whatever, that's the place to go to get it. Another really big thing is people will connect to Forex first and then futures. Turn off your auto connect on your control center. Do not connect automatically. So right here where it says tools, and you go into account connections, and let's say whichever one you're using, you go in here and make sure you uncheck connect on startup. Okay, so you can uncheck connect on startup, and that is a big issue that people have. Let's say you don't see an option right here for CQG or AMP, which you probably don't. You got to click add, next, and then choose CQG. Okay? Now let's say right here you don't see a CQG one, or maybe you don't see an FXCM one. What that means is you're using the key sent by FXCM to you, or using the key sent by AMP to you. If you'll go directly to NinjaTrader.com, click on download now free, and put in your email, put Apex, and then put your email. They'll send you a key right away that'll work for both of them with no problem. Okay? So, and then the question comes up, what about the reverse? What if you're just trading futures? Do you need Forex or FXCM? No. Okay, you do not need Forex if you don't need FXCM if you're just trading futures. It's a great question. IQ feed, that's completely optional. If you want to get like the volatility indices data and stuff like that, you don't need that to start out with. Okay, like maybe down the road you can add that on. Let your trading pay for it. Don't just go subscribe to it. Eventually there's some cool stuff that we can show you that you can add on there, but it's not going to make or break you. Okay. Another question that comes up a lot, and I even see a couple of them right now. What about if I use Thinkorswim or MetaTrader or TradeStation or whatever? We actually have a whole section over here where I go into under the Start Here steps, and I talk about the different data feeds that are available. And like if you go in and look at TradeStation, I may not have that one on there. Yeah, I do. They have various data plans. The problem is it doesn't give you historical data. Okay, into Ninja. Interactive brokers, Thinkorswim, they don't give you historical tick data. They give you snapshot data, not true tick data. Okay? Does that mean you have to go open an account somewhere else? No, you can still trade wherever you're wanting to trade. Now, you're going to pay more commissions, and you're going to put up more margin trading at Thinkorswim, trading at TradeStation, even trading at interactive brokers. You'll at least pay more, you'll at least put up more in margin. But you can still use them to trade. You can connect them after you connect to, say, like CQG and FXCM, and then you can connect to, say, Thinkorswim, or then connect to TradeStation, or then connect to, MetaTrader 4 Bridge, or whatever you want to do. You could trade through Ninja with that if you wanted to. Or you could just place the trades how you're used to trading them, but just use this for your chart. So look at like Thinkorswim or Ninja, not Ninja, but TradeStation as like your DOM. But you need true tick, unfiltered data, because our bars are built from true tick data. We're pulling every single tick, all the volume on the bars, down to the millisecond. That's why they take a little longer to load, and I know it can be a little bit like, it's taking forever. But you're getting the most accurate, clean chart you can get with accurate data, things lined up the way they're supposed to be. You're not getting, snapshots of data that won't build correctly. And again, we're building it. There's other types of bars out there, but our bars actually go in and pull every single tick, not snapshots, every single piece of volume, all the way down into those milliseconds to give you the most accurate bar. So you're waiting a little bit, but it's like a good trade. You got to be patient for a good trade. Wait for the right trade setup. A little patience on the best chart setup is definitely worth it. What's your goal? Is your goal to make money or to have a fast chart? Obviously, I want charts that are lightning fast too. But more than that, I want good charts, clean charts, accurate charts that ideally give me the best probability, hopefully, of being profitable on my trades. So it's all about what are you trying to accomplish? Like I said, make sure those connections are set to not connect on startup. Connect to CQG AMP first, then FXCM or IQ Feed, whatever, second. And IQ Feed will give you a trial, but then they'll charge you, but they don't charge you automatically. You have to tell them you want to pay. FXCM is now actually really fast. and we walk through how to set up FXCM, so it's a free, fast option for you. It's really, really easy to do, okay? So you're over there, you're getting that set up, and maybe you're going to have some issues, okay? Ninja issues or data feed issues or whatever. A lot of those we put right here under the MVP questions. So we have some questions over here, and we'll probably link some stuff over to it. But we have some of those questions in here, and I think we'll add a link that goes directly to the tech support forum. But I'll show you where it's at right now, okay? Right now it's under structure, because this is where we have things about computers and data feeds and everything. But there's an Apex indicator technical support section, and that's under structure. Everything about, data feed, internet, broker, platform, all that. And right here, it resolves a lot of issues. It tells you, how do I find the bar size? What if I have foreign language issues? What if it says this message, that message? What if the bars aren't showing up on my chart? And so we tell you how to solve those issues. So if you go in here and you select an instrument, and when you pull it up, you don't see the diagnostic bars. Understand, one, you got to scroll all the way down so you can see them at the bottom. Okay? Right there under bar type. So I select an instrument and then type, and it's all the way at the bottom. Two, Ninja only has a few numbers that they allot to bars, but there are hundreds of bars out there. It's not a limitation that we made. It's unfortunately one that they've made. And so you may have a bar that's conflicting. I actually got a list of different bars that use custom 8. So if you're using those, then they'll conflict. Okay? There are a couple solutions. One of them is simply, back up or remove, if you're not using it, the bar. And the way that you remove it is you go to File, you go to Utilities, you go to Remove Ninja Script, and then you can pull anything off here that you want to pull off. Okay? So any kind of custom bars or whatever that you have installed. That's a simple solution. Maybe you want to back it up. If you want to back it up, just go over here and dive right into your Documents folder. Let me show you here. In your Documents folder, click on NinjaTrader 7. Then sort it by name to make it easy. Go to Bin, go to Custom, and go to Type. And then you can find, whatever bar type you want that you want to back up. You can copy it. And then you can, put it on your desktop. You can put it right in here, the main Ninja folder. You can put it in your Documents folder, and then just, paste that right in that folder for you. Okay? That way you have a backup of it. Also, you can just email the vendor. Most vendors are just selling bar types. So they've already had this issue before, they're aware of it, and they can send you another file with a different number besides 8 in it. That way you could still use your old ones and your new ones. One customer asked, why can't I just use this bar type on Apex? You can, as long as all the indicators, work with it. So we obviously haven't tested out every bar type on the planet. You're going to have different settings. It's going to be built a different way. Basically, we haven't ever experienced live trading with that bar. So it may work awesome. It may work better. Or it may be horrible. So you're starting from scratch because you have to rebuild everything and test everything out to see if it actually works on the settings that we use for those instruments. Okay? And we want to make that, obviously, you want to get up and running fast. Make it easy. So this is a 5-minute process. This is not like some massive ordeal. This is literally, send an email, make a backup of it. As soon as you do that, and you've deleted the file, okay, then and remove the file from Ninja. Again, that's under, File, Utilities, Remove Ninja Script, and then just choose the one that you want to remove. As soon as you've done that, close and reopen Ninja, and the bars will be there. The diagnostic bars will be there. If you're still having an issue, let us know inside the help desk. We'll help you out. But don't let a bar type get in the way of you accomplishing your trading goals. If you're already accomplishing and you're making fortunes, then it doesn't matter. But if you're trying to improve on your trading, if you're trying to find a better way to trade, then don't let a bar type, just like don't get married to a stock, Don't get married to a trade. Don't get married to a platform. Don't get married to a bar type. So, what is going to help me accomplish my goal? That's why you're here. You're trying to be successful at trading or more successful at trading, and whatever that takes to make that happen, so that way you can accomplish the financial goals, ideally, that you want to accomplish, which you want to accomplish them for a deeper reason, most likely, hopefully, than that. Whether it be, paying off bills, getting rid of debt, retirement, family, helping others, whatever your goal is, that's bigger than simply trading. Don't let technology get in your way. Just ask for help, push through that, get that out of the way, because once it's solved, okay? And I just hate it when I see somebody just throw their hands up because a chart or a bar type or a different platform. It's like nothing's stopping you from still placing the trades over where you're used to placing them. This is just a way to help you analyze the markets. Okay? And then, let's see here. One person put, don't get married to a girl from Texas. Hey, my wife is from Texas. I'm very happy with it. 10 years now. We just actually had our 10-year anniversary back in March. So, awesome. Yeah. And so the next thing you're going to want to do is once you come on over here and you got everything installed and working, okay, then, or this will actually take you to the Toolkit download page. So we're going to talk to you about it here, but this is also just a page. If you need to re-download the Toolkit, you can re-download it right here. By the way, you don't have to re-download the Toolkit every time we do an upgrade, okay? You can just find the icon on your desktop, or you can type Toolkit inside your search menu. It'll pop up. It'll verify your computer and all that fun stuff. If it's the first time, then it'll let you, it'll pop up and it'll actually ask you for your username and password. If you think this is your first time and it doesn't ask you for your username and password, that probably means you have more than one account. And one of the things we tell you on the sign-up page is don't have more than one account, because that will cause an issue, and then we have to go in, we have to find the account, we have to merge them. It's a big deal. And we don't want to, cost you time. So just make sure you're always using that one original account. Never make another account. It won't help you because it won't work, okay? And then right there, it'll tell you the date of the most recent update. So you can always open this up to see when the most recent update happened. You click on the install button, and it'll install. It'll tell you to close Ninja if you have it open. One error that may pop up that you may see is too many machines registered. 99% of the time. Every once in a while, it may have double registered a machine, but we can tell if it does that in the back office. 99% of the time when that happens, that means you're trying to put it on multiple machines. Maybe you traded out your hardware. I don't know if it's your RAM or your hard drive or whatever. You trade something on your computer. You got a new computer. You put it on a laptop. You try to put it on your home computer, and you try to put it on your work computer. It's not going to let that third one work. So you got to pick the two that you want it to work on, and you are allowed to use it on two computers. You can use it simultaneously, like if you have a laptop as a backup sitting right next to you on the same IP address, no problem. If you're using it on two different ones at two different IP addresses, then it can flag it and lock it. So make sure you're not, using, don't leave it on at home and then go to work. Close it and then go to work, and then you can use it from there or whatever. It won't lock it up right away, but it'll flag it, and if it sees a repeated use, it'll lock it up. And we can unlock it. It's going to, delay us unlocking that for you for that other computer. And, we'll post in the room, we'll post in the forum on the newest updates going forward. We're going to start posting each update that we do. And we also tweet it out. If you follow us on Twitter, that's the fastest way to get updates. And I'm not saying you got to be a tweeter, okay? But if you go over and you follow us on Twitter over here, we'll go in and we'll tell you when updates happen. And you're able to go into your account and you can go to your settings. So you go to me and then go to settings over here. And under mobile, okay, you can go to mobile. And don't do this on your mobile phone. Do it on your computer, okay? And basically, you can activate mobile notifications. And you can say when you want them, when you don't want them, whatever. But the most important thing you have to do, the piece that people always miss, okay, is you need to go over and if you want to get, say you're following, somebody, you want to click on this little thing right here, and you want to say, turn on mobile notifications. So again, go to me, go to following, the little icon right there, say turn on mobile notifications, and it will notify your cell phone. So you'll see, it's always short. It's not like there's long messages. So if you want to do that, you'll get notified about webinars, when webinars are uploaded, if there's any updates, any events, anything happening, we're going to send it out through there for you, okay? To make it really, really easy when you're doing things. But yeah, we'll also send out emails going forward on updates. And here in the next, hopefully, month, we'll have it pop up actually on Ninja and just tell you. So you'll know right then. Just like how Ninja, when they have an upgrade, they tell you, we're going to program that same feature to tell you when there's an upgrade available. Until then, you can either check that or, once a week, just open it up and see if it's, was there an update in the last week. Okay? And most of the updates are usually pretty minor. Every once in a while we may add something new. But, maybe it was because somebody had a different language and it wasn't being supported in that language, so we added the update, so you wouldn't even notice it. It wouldn't even impact you, okay? So it's more just, maybe fix a unique technical support issue. But does that answer your question, Ben? Yeah, just check it once a week, but also if you can, sign up for Twitter and, check the, obviously we'll post it in the Elite Room and stuff, but you may not see it depending upon when you come in. I got numbers that says I installed Ninja. I got FXCM, CQG, and the Apex indicators installed. But I can't find the Apex indicators. So when I open Ninja, you should be able to see them without any issue. If you hop over, you have a chart open, you just right-click and go to indicators, and they should be right there at the top of the list. So if it installed successfully, if the toolkit installed successfully, you should see them right there. Like I said, usually the only case is if maybe there's a second account, and so it said installed, but the problem is it's activated for that account, which doesn't have an active membership, and the new account does, and it's not showing up. We can solve it for you. Just hop in, and what you'll do, like literally right now, go to the questions, go to help desk, and just click submit a ticket. And then on the submit a ticket section, hit submit new ticket. And put in, tech support, and then put in your information, hit save, and that'll come right to us, and then we'll get with you, get on your computer, and get you going, okay? All right, so we got that. We got how to, get started by setting up Ninja, download your toolkit. The next course, and I cannot emphasize the importance of taking the time to actually go through the videos and the courses. Most of them are... almost all of them are extremely short. Like 30 minutes is a long video, okay? We've really worked on keeping these as short as we can for you. And I saw a saying the other day, I talked about this on one of my webinars. I was out at my daughter, she's, has a horse, she does like rodeo stuff and all that. And there was a thing that said that, they're talking about training horses and everything. And one of the quotes that the guy said was, the longest way to any goal or destination is a shortcut. And a shortcut would be, what would be an example here? I'm going to hop in the Elite Room and just follow trades. And if that works, then I'll watch. Or I'm just going to watch the 2 or 3 videos I think I need to watch. And you wonder why you're assuming things aren't working, you're having tech issues, all this stuff. I mean, you're just adding time. This stuff doesn't take much time at all. You can knock all this out literally in a matter of a few hours. Okay? All the way down. If we go right here, the indicator template training course, these are like 3-minute videos, okay? 7 minutes. There's one long, but I'm going all the templates, the charts. Like, I'm really going into detail for you. So, that's a very long video in comparison. But again, I'm walking through templates and everything. So, I answer a lot of your template questions that you have, like which templates, how do I load indicators? All that is right there. Diagnostic bars, what are they? Bar range indicator, what is it? So, I go into all these little things. So you don't just have all this stuff on the chart and not know what it is. You'll actually know what all these little things on the chart are. Or things that we don't have on the chart that you're curious about, you'll actually know what they are. And they're really short. They won't take you a long time, but they're all included. You're an Apex Elite member. You get everything, okay? And you can ask all the questions you want, and we'll gladly help you out on it, okay? Now, the next thing is, once you got that down, again, this doesn't take long, okay? Sort of knock it out, get it done, so you can move forward. Because once you've watched those videos, they're not videos you have to rewatch. There may be 1 or 2 you want to go back and reference, but you don't have to do it again. And I can tell you right now, the number one that I guarantee that most of the people we have that cancel are going to cancel for 2 reasons. Okay? And I've seen this we've been open for quite a long time. We have 6,500 members. It's not because they're not making money. The top 2 reasons we have people cancel. One is they don't want to take the time to learn. Like they just don't want to sit down and watch some videos. And I know that because I can actually see every user's progress on every single course. So I can see whether or not somebody completed it, watched it, passed the quiz, and there's nothing completed. I think out of the last 10 we saw in a couple weeks, I loaded every one of them. One guy had 1 video done, one guy had 2 videos done, and the other 8 didn't have a single one done. And they're like, yeah, I just don't really have the time. And I'm like, do you want to trade or do you not want to trade? Because it doesn't take a lot of time. You have time for what's important to you. If you really want to accomplish the goal, it is worth your time. Okay? Now, the next thing is you take that time. What do you want to accomplish? All right? I've got a side note question. It's a good question. Can I install a NinjaTrader in the Toolkit? The Toolkit only installs where NinjaTrader installs. Okay. Can I install the Toolkit on a tablet? No, Ninja is not compatible with a tablet. Now, maybe compatible with like those new Windows tablets. I think it actually would work on that, like the Surface. But like as far as an iPad or whatever, it's too powerful for that. It won't work. But you can use. Okay, this is a but you can go over and you can get a program called TeamViewer. If you've ever had tech support from us, you probably checked that out. You can go to TeamViewer. You can download it for free on your tablet. You can download it for free on your computer, and you can set up auto login. You can open TeamViewer and see your computer. You can even change between different screens, and you can access your computer remotely. Okay? So that is a way that you can do that remotely if you're needing to. Let's see here. What else we got? Got that one knocked out. That one knocked out. So some of the videos have quizzes, some of them don't. We're going to go back and we're actually going to be adding quizzes back in to them. So we launched out some updated courses, and we wanted to not lock them down for you so you can have access to them. But make sure you're going through and watching them, because when the quizzes pop up, they don't only take you like 30 seconds to pass them. I mean, they're like 5 questions. They're really simple. And I know they're supposed to go up Friday, but it looks like we're a little behind on that. So this week they'll be going up. But yeah, we'll have the quizzes up there, which are really cool because they help you just verify that you know what the point of that quiz was. So basically, if I go through a video and there isn't a quiz, and I've done it, then just mark it as completed. Okay? And it'll actually show when I go to the next unit. And I mean, don't mark it unless you've done it. You know, I mean, you can skip around or do whatever you want to do, but like, you're not helping yourself by marking it. So mark it as completed, and it'll highlight it that you've completed it. Okay? So that's how you can keep track of it to know you've done it. Mark as completed. Click on the video, it'll pop up. You can watch it. You can watch the videos, by the way, on a tablet. Okay? So once you do that, just move on to the next one. As far as trading futures with AMP, once you've got your account open, William, so just go through that stuff for setting up the demo. You can also call Justin on that same page where we show you, over here how to, get your account set up. And you actually have Justin's contact information right here. We got his phone number, his Skype, his email, everything. And then you trade on Ninja. You just use Ninja to trade. How do you trade? First, learn the Elite MVP system because you need to know a way to trade. Trade it in demo to get it down because that's a much cheaper way to learn. There's so much value in demo that people just throw out the window, and usually these are people who are not or have not ever made money. Treat demo the same as you would live. Act like it has the same amount of money in there. Follow every trade by the rules. Examine where you made mistakes. Find out, whatever if you think you did it right or you think you did it wrong, either way, mark up the chart and post it inside of the forum. So we have a whole section called survey, or you can put it in the Elite forum, saying what did I do right, what did I do wrong, how do I, do it. If you want to know how to use Ninja, like how to trade, then we have like how do I hit the buttons and everything. We actually do have a whole section for that. Maybe that's what you're asking. It's right here under Ninja Tutorials, right here. And if you go to how to use NinjaTrader, also there's a help guide. Which I know, especially the guys here, we don't like watching the tutorial or the manuals. We just want to figure it out. But go through here and let's see here. Let me. And it'll say, little Ninja install, AMP2 G, all this stuff. Of course, we're already covering that in the course for you. How to add instruments, defaults, rollovers, working with charts, window linking, broad market instrument. That's another indicator that we have that we show you if you have IQ feed. You also could have like on Thinkorswim, basically the advanced decline line. How to use workspaces, how to backtest things. One of the things that came up recently I saw in a couple tickets was I don't see any volume when I do market replay. You need to download the level 2 data. And the best program I recommend for that, I don't get any compensation off this, I just think it's an awesome program, is marketreplay.net. And let's see, what does it cost for like a computer? It's like $150. But you can go in and it's really, you can get the free one, but it doesn't have level 2. What you can do on it, it's been pretty nice. You can go to utilities, and instead of doing download, you can do batch download. And so I can click every instrument on here. I can say I want data for the last year, not one day at a time, which will drive you nuts. And then I can say I want level 2 data also. And I can say download and append it to the existing data, so I can always update it without having to re-download it all. And then I can do it on the cloud, and I can say modeless, which means it'll let me do everything in the background. And it tells me, what different options mean, but then I click download, and it'll actually download all the data, and I can keep using Ninja. And when it's done, then I can go back and do replays. And I'll have all the data on all the contracts that I want to backtest, all of it downloaded, again, with that level 2 data for multiple days and multiple instruments. Makes it a lot easier. You can also just load a chart up. A lot of people don't know this. It's really simple. You can just load a chart up. Now, you don't see every tick, okay? But you can click, like, right here. Just one data, or we'll go right over here, and my current is right there. Okay, because I have extra space on my chart on the right. But see, you can just see one bar at a time. And to me, that's a lot easier than doing replay, because you can go at your own speed. So, okay, what would I do in this case, in that case? And that's a lot easier way to, do replay. But if you want to go through the true replay function, that is a way to do market replay. Okay? Let's see here. And then we got courses in here. No, the Boomerang course should be working for you. If you're having any problems with it, then just submit a help desk ticket, and we'll get it fixed for you. Okay, Kevin? Like, it takes 2 minutes. It just means that something happened when something was clicked at the right time, that maybe like one of the videos isn't unlocked or something. But you should be able to see all the courses in there. If you're not, if you just go to questions help desk, literally like a couple minutes, and it'll be fixed. We got to reply to it, but as soon as we get it and respond to it, it's a very easy fix. If you want to watch the videos in a larger screen format, just zoom in. So if that's not big enough for you, then one, you can just click right here. See this button? You can click that, and that'll give you full screen. So you already have full screen option. Just use the little icon right there, okay? And that'll give you full screen mode. Also, you can hit Control Plus on a screen, but I want to say that's right over here. Right here, you got your zoom. So you can zoom in and change it like that, or you can just hit the full screen button. Either one. So you do have full screen already available for you. It's already built in. How do I examine my trading? I take screenshots of my charts. I mark them all up, and then I make notes on what happened that day in the market, what I did right, what I did wrong. Hopefully not too many things I did wrong after all these years. Sometimes it's just the trade didn't work out. Basically I just look at I take screenshots of whatever I traded. I'll capture my trade log from, TradeStation, not TradeStation, because I barely trade on there. I have an account there. But, Thinkorswim, NinjaTrader, FXCM, Nadex, etc. I'll copy and paste that. I'll copy and paste the charts from that day, marked up with the charts that the trades that I took, with explanations on them. And if there's any errors, any things I missed, why, what happened, I also will think about myself, what was happening that day. Was I stressed out? Was I upset? Was I tired? Was I sick? Was I feeling great? Was I distracted? I really want to examine everything. So not just what my performance was, but what are all the things that could have impacted my performance. So for the tool I use to post charts, yes, inside of the course, you'll see a link right here that says Trading Rooms and Trading Room Support. And this is actually in the video that talks about the trading room on the Elite MVP, but it says how to share charts for support and system verification. And you just click right on that, okay? And it has a video that teaches you how to download it. This is a 5-minute video. It shows you how to take screenshots, capture it, download it, upload it. It's really, really simple to use. And, it literally takes like seconds to learn how to use. So a very simple program, but just watch that video. And what will happen is you'll get an image. Let me see here. Where's it at? It'll give you a link like this right here. Okay, when it uploads it, it'll be in your clipboard, and we tell you this in the video. But if you'll click on that image, you'll then see the .png. That's the image you want to use to like copy and paste into a trade room or copy and paste into the forum. So that way, if you're posting over in the forum, you can click here, click the image icon, click URL. You don't need to make it retrieve it. You click paste and click OK. And then you click post, then you'll actually see the image right there. Okay? So it's really, really simple, but yeah, just use that one that's on the course. It's already built there for you. It's on all the course pages. You'll see that menu on the right side. So how to share charts for support and system verification. And that's probably the number one thing you can do to ensure that you're doing it properly is sharing your charts. Also, like for tech support, that's really helpful if we have images versus I get an error when I open it. You know, so I go into the mechanic at, well, my car makes a ding cling sound, you know, like sometimes and not all the time, and every once in a while my car like stalls when it makes that sound. Can you fix that? So how fast do you want it fixed? So the more details you have, you know, such as a chart, and when you do a chart, do the whole chart. This is a big thing people do. They'll go in and they'll do like a little piece. So I see like right here, it's like let us see the time, you know, let us see the price, let us see the instrument and the settings you have over here. Be able to help you out a lot better. Okay. And that'll get you going really, really fast. As far as additional help on it, one of the things we do is I do have like screenshots, you know, places like PowerPoints. I have actual screenshots right here. And on the question section, like I give examples. We're going to talk about some of these tonight, where I go through and I actually show you like A, B, C, D, you know, what are the steps. And so we'll talk about this here in just a minute, where I go through these MVP reversals. And it looks real complex, but it's actually really simple. There's only 5 steps to the trade, okay? And I mean, they're like, I'm not going to say them right now because I'll be repeating myself, but they're really easy. So you have that available for you to be able to help you out on that. Okay, Glenn? And anything you need a step-by-step on that we don't already have up there, let me know, or maybe you don't know where it is. Let us know in the help desk. We'll send you the direct link. Okay? Yeah, you bet. So does the Apex Lead Indicator help if you're trading Asian futures markets? Yes, you can trade any market, period. So futures, Forex, stock, options, binary spread, CFDs, you know. I traded, you know, Korean. I've helped a friend trade over in India on the, what is that, Mercantile MCX or whatever. The Mercantile Commodity Exchange in India, you know, Singapore, Australia, obviously, you know, multiple ones, and, you know, Germany and London. I've had traders in Mexico trading the Mexico Stock Exchange. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter where you're trading. It's it's how the markets work, period. So, so where will this webinar be on the site? It's going to actually be, and stay on, because we want to get you ready for tomorrow. We don't want you to be waiting, you know, tomorrow to get ready for it tomorrow. We want you to, you know, get it done now. But we'll put it right here under bonus materials and webinars. This is where all our bonus MVP webinars are going to go going forward. So we're going to start putting them in here. And, you know, where we'll put a link, like right there, we put a link to this one that we did, because it was in the thread. So, but we'll put any bonus webinars we do, you know, webinars in the room, stuff like that. We'll post all those right there under bonus materials and webinars for you. Okay? Where do I keep it all? I keep, for back to my journal question, I'll put it in Word. And then, of course, I have Excel where I put all my stats in. But I have it's like an insanely massive, complex Excel spreadsheet. Because I have to I have formulas in there for futures and spreads and options and, you know, all the tick sizes built in. And, I mean, it's a lot. It'd take me several hours to teach somebody how to use it. I didn't make it for duplication. I just made it I just constantly am changing it. But yeah, so for the numbers, I put it there. But for the actual like tracking my journal is not my stats. Okay, my journal is the summary of my stats, the charts, and a summary of everything that's going on that day. Like basically, I want it to be a thing I can go to and look at, and once a week, once a month, at least once a quarter, go back and try to read as much of it as I can, because as traders, we tend to forget things. And, you know, you've got to bring yourself back to the basics to get you going. So in the trading room. Okay, so what is the trading room? How does the trading room work? Okay, the trading room is a educational room. One of the cool things about Apex, and I know this is opposite of maybe a lot of other trading rooms you've been in, but you also got to think about the results of the other rooms that you've been in. It is not a follow the guru system. We have hundreds of traders on Apex. So, I mean, I don't know how many. I went back and pulled the numbers. But we have a lot of traders on Apex. And I'd say probably 2/3 of them at least aren't even in the room. They may pop in there now and then. They got it down. You don't need somebody talking for 8 hours about the 5 steps on buy when the red line is there and the red E is there, sell 3 ticks below the E, but stop 5 ticks above the P, and trail with the MVP line. There's no interpretation. It is like that's what it is. You don't need somebody to comment on it for 6 or 8 hours live talking. If you do, it's because you haven't watched the videos and learned how to do the system. Okay? If you watch the videos and learn how to do the system and then post your questions, post your screenshots, post your trades. And it's the funniest, it's the biggest cop-out I see the traders make. Oh, well, I don't have it down enough and I don't want somebody to make a mistake because I post a trade and they just follow it. Well, does that mean that you'll just follow any trade that somebody posts? Really? Or do you know why that trade is happening? You should always know and confirm a trade before you push a button. So even if we were posting all day, you should be able to look at it and go, does that make sense? Does that follow the rules? What am I getting? What am I not getting? Or is that person just wrong? If they're wrong, I should ask them. And it's okay. It's good. You want to be corrected. The faster you're corrected, the faster you can trade correctly. Okay? And you want to correct people because you want to help them. You want people to help you trade better, and you want to help other people trade better. I mean, you want to get something down, learn how to teach it to someone else. Okay? And don't be dependent on someone else. You should know when we get in, why we get in. You should know where that entry was and where that exact price came from and why we just got out of the trade. Not because you have 20 years of experience, because the rules are that simple. Now, sometimes we may post a couple other comments, put something on there. I'll be like, hey, look at this, this, and this. And so it's more complex. And I'm like, hey, NFP just came out. Like Friday I did this. NFP came out. Unemployment rate was better. NFP was better. The revision on NFP from the last report was better. But we just had the highest non-participation rate in employment since January of 1978. Like the second highest number ever. So that means people are dropping out of the workforce, not that unemployment is improving. And Wall Street knows that. Most traders don't have a clue that just happened. And they're wondering why the market's not flying up. Why it's just chop, 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 chop all day. And I'm like, expect a choppy day. Okay? Expect chop on the indices today. And then I was like, hey, we're going to focus on gold. I'm about to hop on the radio show. Hop on and watch, and I'll show you why I'm doing what I'm doing. And we made that nice, massive trade. So, now if you didn't see that post, if you weren't looking at it, you may have missed that. But it was right there on the radio show. We pulled it up. I was bringing it all through there so you easily could know to follow along. But I don't want you to have to depend upon somebody to know to just have a buy and sell price. I want you to be empowered, not have to, it's good to get fish, and that's why we have some trades posting. But you need to know how to fish. And it's not that hard if you'll stop for a couple hours and just learn. I mean, I've spent well over a decade and well over 6 figures in my education, well over 6 figures building the tools that you're using. It's definitely worth your time for free, especially like in trials, to spend a few hours and learn how to do it. I could try to make you dependent. I mean, if I'm going to sit there and I'm going to trade for 8 hours a day, do you really think I'm going to charge like $100 or $200 a month? If I'm going to do that and I'm going to answer 500 or 1,000 people and they're all going to be depending, no, I'm going to charge a lot more than that. Why? Well, because just like you, I didn't become a trader to have a full-time job or have to be sitting there from 8 to 5 all day. If I want to take off for the day, I want to take off for the day. I became a trader to have a life, okay? To make money. And I'm a trader. I'm not just a sales guru webinar room guy, okay? I took off Wednesday and I was at my daughter's school all day. Now, we had other traders in the room posting trades, answering questions. But I took Wednesday off and I spent the entire day volunteering at my daughter's school, cooking steaks for all the teachers, reading to her class, helping out with some other teachers, helping them, with their classes. It's a program that the school has, getting dads involved. That's why I became a trader. So I didn't have to ask my boss if I could go spend time with my daughter at her school. And That's why you want to be a trader. So let's let you get there. And how do I do that? Because I know I can trade, because I've studied, I've learned how to do it, and I can follow it. And I will help you. If you're stuck, we will help you. Just ask questions. But you can't come up in 3 weeks and go, yeah, it's not working, or I'm not getting it, or it's too hard. We should have had 100 questions from you before then. I can't help you if I don't know I can help you. So let us know. Like, take the courses. Okay, take the courses. Be in the room. Ask questions, but ask. Take the courses and ask questions and post charts. The more you do that, you're like just exponentially increasing your probability of having success and getting this down. So that way you can actually accomplish what you came to accomplish anyway, to learn the Apex Elite system to help you be successful as a trader. So yeah, I got a question by Ross. Can I touch on the gold trade? Yeah, I'll definitely touch on that for you today. Okay. It's a little bit different trade, but yeah, I'll go into it in detail. Because I know it apparently cut off a little bit at the end. So for those of you who missed the radio show and all that, I'll walk into it. I actually posted all the reasons, but I'll go into it in more detail for you. And let's see here. So yeah, we'll get that. And why don't we go ahead and start off with that gold trade? Here, right after I give you the final bit of the walkthrough, okay? We'll start off with that one first. So once you've done the templates, now go in and take the course. Apex Elite MVP course, okay? And don't just go down to, I just want to learn the entry rules, okay? I saw some person who had watched, like, MVP reversal, and that's it. I'm like, you don't even understand the bar sizes or the entry rules or how to resolve things or how it works. Okay? You just randomly watched one 7-minute video and you wonder why it's not working for you. That's why. Watch the videos in order. Okay? Don't take that long. This one's going to get you going 27 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 25 minutes, 11 minutes, 14, 7, 4. We broke them up so you could walk away because I know you have kids coming up to you and spouses and phones ringing and jobs and everything else. So we broke them up to make it definitely digestible. But take the time to do it as soon as you can. The sooner you do that, the sooner you're going to have a clue what's going on, the sooner you'll be able to ask questions that will help you move forward. Now, we did clean this menu up a little bit, so just in case you're wondering where the bar settings were, right here. And I talked to you about how to actually come up with the bar settings, so you know where we came up with these tick sizes, so you know they're not just some mystical, magical number. But right here, the ones that we've put on here are the most requested, usually the most traded instruments that we have. But I also have some over in stock. So if you have any, go through and watch the video in MVP. Try to size it yourself. It only takes about 15 minutes, okay, if you have a different instrument than this. And then ask me if it's right. And then I'll take 15 or 20 minutes and I'll analyze it and make sure it's right. So because I want to empower you, again, to be able to do this. But take a few minutes, take your best guess based on looking at the method that I teach you. And then just post it in the forum. Okay? And then let's see. What do we got right over here? We got the Boomerang Trading System course. Okay, now this is built for, and we're going to make some updates to it and all that, but this is built mainly for binary traders. But what I am going to tell you about this course, even if you're never going to trade it, one, it'll introduce you to a whole new world that you didn't even know existed, probably. Two, it goes into some really cool stuff that will help you as an Apex trader. It'll help you as a trader of any system you ever trade for the rest of your life, okay? Because of all the concepts we went into, we worked on this thing for about 6 months. And even if you don't ever do the specific strategy, one, it's free with Elite, okay? But it's going to teach you, just what is Apex, what is a binary, a Nadex binary, by the way, not the crappy over-the-counter crap binaries, but what is a actual exchange-based binary contract. And even if you don't care, watch it, you'll learn a lot, okay? Then I go to what is volume, like what really makes the market work, what makes it go up and down. How does order flow really work? You'll learn more in that 30 minutes than you probably will in most volume webinars you ever watch for the rest of your life, okay? And I was taught this by traders that, move, market movers, that literally say, I'm going to make Microsoft go here, then here, then here, then here, then here, and I sit there and I watch them do it over the next 30 minutes, okay? You'll learn a ton from that you can apply to Apex. And go to the trading pit and what that is, so you have access to that as well. And it trades night and day, okay? I mean, I got traders in there that trade for an hour a day, traders that trade just at night, early in the morning. Every once in a while we got traders in there during the European sessions, So there's traders all over. And then we go into the tools, the chart templates. I go into what phase 1, 2, 3 is. what you learn is you learn how to look at expectations in a whole different light. Okay? You learn how to look at volume in a whole different light. And it shows you how volume impacts the market. How expected volume versus actual volume tells you what's going to happen next. And the indicative thing is actually really cool, because it's something that even if you don't trade Nadex is actually a really cool way to not get... I mean, how many of you got into a trade by a tick? Okay? And it went right the other way. Or it hit your stop loss by a tick and went right the other way. Is there a few hands? Can anybody say that's happened to them before? Like in the last week? Anybody? Okay? Yeah, one or two of you. There we go. A few more hands coming up. Okay. So, all the time, yeah. This indicative thing is one of the coolest things ever. We're actually working on programming it into our charts. And it basically what it does is, and I saw this when I was trading with a trader. You'll hear me talk about this again when you get to that. But I was trading on a trader, one of my friends over in India, and he was trading on them. I want to say it's Mercantile Commodity Exchange, or MCX. And I'm trading COMEX gold. He's trading MCX gold. And we're doing the Apex Elite system. This is actually Apex system. This is pre-Elite MVP. Okay, this is, years ago. And, I'd be buying like a tick above the bar or 3 ticks above the bar or whatever. He'd have the same entry. But mine would spike, hit, and then his wouldn't. So I'd be in the trade. I'd lose on the trade. He didn't even get in the trade to lose on it. Or I'd get stopped out. It hit it by a tick or two and go the other way. He didn't get stopped out. He was profitable in the trade. And it's because they're very tight on how they let people into their country. You have to be like a citizen or resident for X number of years to be able to trade on the exchange, all this stuff. And so there's not all the manipulation like we have here. And the manipulation, you're talking a couple ticks. You're not talking huge, okay? But what I learned by this indicative trick is where you can go in and you can actually take the average of, say, like the last 25 prices. And there's a little formula we go through on it. But what it does for us, it basically filters out where it just moves up a tick or two. Like, then the price actually doesn't move up there. We filter that out. So it really has to have, like, multiple trades. Not just hit there, but, like, multiple, like, time and sells going through. And I don't care if it's 1,000 contracts or one contract, it counts as one. And multiple time and sells going through, it has to hit that price. And this is a trick you could use. You could literally get even if you can't trade Nadex, like you say you're not in the U.S., you could actually get the demo platform just for this purpose. All right? Just to get that indicative. So you can look at it and use it to determine when to get in. Like when it hits 3 ticks above this, then get in. And you could literally look at that and be watching it. And when it hits it, then you hit the button. Because I've had multiple trades where it'll go up. On my chart, it hits it. And then slowly but surely then comes back down. And it never hit on the indicative. And I didn't get in the trade. And it's a really, really cool benefit, really cool trick. Like I said, we're always adding to the toolkit. But it's a pretty sweet piece. There is a big value to this course, even if you're not planning on trading this exact system. Between the volume, understanding range and how the market works, and understanding like the indicatives and how those work, it'll help you no matter what system you use. Okay? By looking at volume changing, can you tell whether it's buyers initiating trades or shorts covering? Well, there's always buyers. So that's sort of a misnomer. Every trade has a buyer and a seller at the exact same price. Every time. Okay? So there's always a buyer and there's always a seller when there's a trade. So there's never buyers versus sellers. It's always buyers and sellers. Now, to hit at the bid or the ask, that can help you. Okay? And you have what's called volume divergence and things like that. We're actually building some pretty cool stuff into our toolkit. It's never ending growing. To make it easier and easier, but by using the easiest thing I've used that has been the simplest to teach and the most effective and consistent thing to use has already been exceeding volume. So when actual volume exceeds expected volume, and we talk about this in the course, but when actual volume exceeds expected volume, that's when I expect a continuation of price for at least a couple bars. So, let's see here. Lauren, you have sort of a side question, but I'm going to tell you where the answer is, okay? You're asking about where the offset is for a tick. If you'll go to Apex Investing Courses, okay, we have a stop plug-in training course, okay, right there. And that will actually teach you every little detail, the offset, everything. And like market offset and all that stuff, it literally goes into it. Worst limit, all those details go into the exact answer for you. Okay? If you still have a question, I promise I will answer you directly one-on-one on that, okay? It's right there under your education section. Just definitely check out, I can't stress it enough, check out the education. It's under education, all courses. Or again, if you're Apex Elite, just follow the steps because they're all right here, okay? You even have the stop trigger there. If you want to learn how to do that, that's built in. Now, if you don't have access to, say, another video, this is something that I think we're going to have to put a note at the top. Like, I can only see video 1 and 2, but I can't, or 3, I can't see video 4 or whatever. You got to pass the quiz. So if you want to move to the next section, let's say I got video 1 and 2, and I click on video 3 now, but if I try to click on video 4, and Boomerang, see, it doesn't work. That's because I haven't passed the quiz on video 3. This is obviously a demo login here. So you got to pass the quiz, submit your answers, and then you'll be able to move forward, Heinz. So, and that's on purpose. That's why we actually want to build it into every course, is because otherwise people just jump ahead. So you're jumping ahead, you haven't answered the questions. So make sure you master that, move forward, and then you'll have it. Okay? All right, I think that right there got us caught up on pretty much the walkthrough for you. Like I said, we have the MVP system questions right here. You can go right here, and that'll help you out. Also, you know where the help desk is. Our number, everything under education, questions, contact information, your subscription information is right there. Your profile for your email is right there. And then just in case you haven't watched it, psychology questions, money management questions, schedule. I can only trade at night. I only have an hour a day. That's a place to put the question. Okay, yes, there is an answer for you with Apex Elite. You can only do this for an hour or 2 a day. Are you going to be able to do the big, long trades? No, but you can only trade an hour a day. So unless you're going to know every hour of every day at the right time that it's going to fly, then no, there's no system that will do that. That doesn't mean you can't trade and trade potentially profitably on that. Just ask, and we'll help you find that solution. Okay, we have traders all over with all different schedules, and we got answers for you. What market should I trade? Okay. Questions about the trade room, interaction, whatever. Computers, internet access, free trading tools, like making sure your internet connection is there, making sure your clock speed is perfectly set. Easy things where you can click a button, it'll automatically set your charts to make them all lined up how you want them. So some really cool trading tools in there. I saw Steven, one of our lead traders, he just posted a thing in there about a program you can get from Windows for making all the gadgets available on Windows 8. Different instruments, so different strategies. A strategy, by the way, and this is a big misconception. A strategy is I'm going to buy or I'm going to sell. Or I'm going to buy and buy a put. Or I'm going to buy and sell spreads. Or I'm going to do a strangle. Or I'm going to do a straddle or a butterfly or a condor. That's a strategy. It's ways to do something. It is not the rules. The rules is system. That's what you're learning on Elite. Okay, we're taking the past strategy because we're buying and selling. And we may involve different ways to do that, like ways to do it on binaries or whatever, or futures, or, hedging off. But then we got system. System is where to enter, where to exit, where to set your stop, where to trail your stop. Okay? That's where all those pieces come into play. And right over here, we got style. And on style, then, let's see if we close that down. Got a few of these screenshots up. On style, that's reading the markets. That's reading volume, understanding, deviation levels, expected ranges, okay? So it's, okay, I have my rules. I get in when this happens. But when I move to full deviation and volume is exceeding going up, it's probably a good idea to tighten my stops, okay? So it's sort of that, there's gut style, which I don't condone. I think it's going to do this. It's got to go up now. It's been going down all day. Yeah, just watch it keep going down all day long. I don't condone gut style. But consistent things that you see. This is how volume works. We have a whole volume section in here that's actually pretty cool. I have a lot of volume webinars I've done. And hit that button wrong. But really, really, really helpful stuff on volume that's built into the style section. And I think it's under expected range and volume. I looked at all these volume analysis webinars and how I use volume, at night, how I use it to know where the market's going to go back to. Like you can see all these triangles. It's basically high volume. Boom, comes right back to it. It just happens over and over, every single time. It has a lot to do with that Friday gold trade, actually. Magnet pricing. This is actually what I used for picking the price it was going to go to. Not for my timing, but for picking it. And so there's a lot of volume stuff. There's a lot of great education in here. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed in everything at once, because then you're getting analysis paralysis mode. You're never going to trade. And you're going to be like, oh, well, I'll trade out again later once I've got around to it. Like, you will never master everything. I am still learning. So get down what you need to get down to trade tomorrow. And eventually get down what you need to get down to trade today. And like, you should be trading by the end of this week. If you're on Apex Elite, you should definitely be trading by the end of this week. If you're not, you should. I should have heard a lot of questions from you. Okay. And then, scan, finding the right instruments. I'll have up a few instruments to trade, because some days, it just chops, but something else flew. Russell, chop, 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 chop. No trades. Gold, flew up. We got 18 points on the thing. All right. Synchronize. Putting it all together, putting it in action, and then survey. Going back and looking at everything. And, it's once you start understanding where all the pieces are at and how they fit together, it starts making a lot more sense. I know there's a lot of information which can make it overwhelming, but it's just understanding how to back up and go, what am I looking at? And then all of a sudden, the complexity is not so complex. It's actually orderly. So it depends on the resolution of your screen on the videos, and how YouTube converts them. So some videos may lose a little bit of resolution on that whenever we upload them to YouTube. So we upload every video in high definition HD format. Okay. All right. Let's see here. And we're always working on improving that too. So it's just because YouTube makes changes all the time. Let's see here. What else do we got? All right. That's every question. We got through steps 1, 2, 3. Okay. Remember, 3 has your bar settings. Okay, 4. Okay, that's where your questions are. Support, quick tech support solutions. Okay, that's where you get those quick solutions on, your bar. Like, my bar type isn't working. All right, and then also submitting a help desk ticket. We've put everything you need right here in the Elite menu. Okay, webinars, making sure you know when those are, when to register for them. We post them on here. I check this definitely every week, maybe even twice a week. So like, we have the webinar for today. We have another one tomorrow night. We'll have another one Thursday morning. Okay, and so check those, right there for you. And then just the downloads for Ninja. Now, they're inside the courses when you're going through it step by step, so you shouldn't need them. But if you ever just need to go back and re-download Ninja, or re-download or re-get your, renew your futures data feed or whatever, then all that's right here. Even the toolkit is right there. Okay, so all that is built right in for you to make it really easy. It's just a matter of knowing where to look. So now you know. Look at the Elite menu, and everything you need is right there. Okay? All right, so now we'll go into actually getting it down and making it easy.